Then, now, they can't see me forever. Together. Welcome to WrestleMania! The city, so the winter nights don't never sleep. So this night is with me. Place inside my veins when you call me.
WrestleMania weekend. to WWE.
After 6 years removed from competing in a WWE ring, not only did Cody Rhodes return at WrestleMania, but how about the first impression upon that return, earning a victory over Seth freaking Rollins.
It all feels right. Cody back on Monday Night Raw after 6 years on what is ordinarily the most raucous Monday Night Raw of the entire year. The Raw after WrestleMania. So, what do you guys want to talk about? It has been 47 days since the abrupt news that I was a free agent. Amongst that, I chose to remain silent. And I heard stories, defamatory whispers, theories that surmise to be nonsense. Everyone thinks the decision to return to WWE was difficult. It was not. It was simple, really. The star that left them in the dust. The man standing here now, having signed a multi-year agreement with World Wrestling Entertainment, and if there was a glimmer of doubt, a shred of trepidation, the moment I rose up in front of 70-something thousand fans, the moment I made the walk at a WrestleMania and defeated one of the best superstar wrestlers in any era, that being Seth Rollins, that doubt was eradicated. I'm an avid reader, and I stumbled across this quote. It said, "A man often finds his destiny on the path he takes to avoid it." So if you'll humor me, let's all take a look at the Tron, if you will. Right there is my father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. It's so simple to say, that's my father, but in reality, yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, he's the son of a plumber, he's a common man, he's all those things to me. He was my hero. This photo, it was taken in 1977, Madison Square Garden. That very photo right there, he is holding the championship belt that eventually Hulk Hogan would get his hands on. The Undertaker would get his hands on. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Oh, and Triple H, too. I'm going to tell you a quick story which made this all very simple to me. This photo This very photo was on the mantle in my parents' bedroom until my dad's last day. I can take it away from you now. And there are many here tonight who have followed my journey, but for those who are new to it, unfortunately, that dream died. It died right in front of me. That opportunity passed. That opportunity passed. Or did it? Yes, I cannot physically put that title belt into my father's hands. I cannot bestow it upon the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, but I certainly can put it around the waist of the American Nightmare. With that in mind, the silence is broken, my intentions are clear, I've made them clear to all of you here. I stand before you ready, finally ready. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to give the distinction that my family has long since been denied, and I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it for me. I'm going to do it for my family, and I am going to do it for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Short against Cody Rhodes on WrestleMania Saturday, Seth freaking Rollins.
It doesn't appear as though Seth freaking Rollins is wallowing in defeat. Seth freaking Rollins is here to remind Cody Rhodes that this is Monday Night Rollins.
Also reminding him that being a champion is the dream of everyone on this roster.
Corey, you really think this is the time and place for Seth Rollins to march down?
I'm not condoning it, Saxton, but no one controls Seth freaking Rollins but Seth freaking Rollins himself.
Certainly not what I expected to see.
What a display of respect from Seth freaking Rollins to Cody Rhodes. Rollins welcoming Cody
Is
back.
that what it was? Was it respect?
Seth Rollins said welcome home. It was respect.
Who knows what it was? You never truly know what Seth Rollins is thinking, Corey.
Well, here's
One of my best friends.
a huge story, the return.
Mr. McMahon's hand-picked protege, Austin Theory, a massive six-man tag team match tonight on Raw.
And speaking of champions, we've got a new Raw Women's Champion. Bianca Belair put the EST in WrestleMania by defeating big-time Becky Lynch. We will be joined by the new Raw Women's Champion here tonight.
Say something about new champions?
Oh,
Did that come out of your lips, Byron?
how about new Women's Tag Team Champions, Jimmy?
You feel the glow? I'm watching you dance in your seat.
I can't help it.
It's horribly hypnotic.
Corey's not even trying.
Everybody in Dallas, though, feeling the glow from Naomi. She's got to be feeling great after her performance at WrestleMania alongside Sasha Banks.
You become a champion on the grandest stage of them all. Of course you're feeling great. You're on cloud nine. And the other half of the equation. The other half of the boss in the glow. Sasha Banks.
The following contest is a championship contenders match. Introducing first, they are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Well, Sasha Banks and Naomi proved they are a force to be reckoned with when they won the fatal four-way match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles at WrestleMania on Sunday. But Rhea and Liv seek to earn a title opportunity and redemption on Monday Night Raw. And Sasha Banks won the tag team titles at WrestleMania.
It was certainly a chaotic atmosphere when you talk about four teams, a lot of moving parts. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley won game, but not quite able to pull it out.
This stings a little bit. The victory came at the expense of my beloved. However, credit where it's due. Naomi and Sasha Banks were incredible in the fatal four-way matchup, which is why they are the current reigning new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
What's it going to take to stay on top? More of the teamwork. How much we saw at WrestleMania. They were clicking on all cylinders together.
Oh, we talk about it often in WWE. It's one thing to make it to the top of the mountain and become a champion. It's another entirely to remain champion because you are a walking target.
My goodness, look at this. Rhea Ripley making it look easy.
All the blood rushing to the head of Naomi, being held upside down in this vertical suplex.
Byron, that's because it is easy for Rhea Ripley.
How long is Rhea gonna hold Naomi?
As long as she wants to. Till she tries to dump her cover, looking for the new champion. Nope. Kick out by Naomi. Is there such a thing as that post-WrestleMania hangover? It's hard to stay on top of you're buzzing, you're thrilled, you're ecstatic, and you turn around and take on a tough challenge in Rhea Ripley.
There's not a place on earth where the phrase "no rest for the weary" is more apropos than being a WWE superstar. You have to be on top of your game night after night, 52 weeks a year.
They look like they're on top of their game right now.
Sasha Banks now the legal competitor as she makes the tag to Naomi. Now great tag team continuity here with the boss and the glow.
This is the teamwork we have seen from them. Shoulders down, trying to get it over with. Oh, just in time is Liv Morgan.
We mentioned it briefly at WrestleMania about how quickly Sasha and Naomi have gelled as a team due to their long-standing relationship.
Oh, knee right to the face of Liv Morgan. She's down and out.
Ripley now on the apron.
A nightmare off the apron. Beautiful targeting. Right to the head of Sasha Banks. Naomi crossbody. Laying out Rhea Ripley.
And as chaotic as the fatal four-way last night.
Naomi doing her best to get Sasha back in a more beneficial position. Naomi's got to be careful not to get herself counted out.
The wheels are turning for Naomi right now on the apron, sizing up Rhea Ripley.
She doesn't want a count out, putting Rhea Ripley back in the ring.
Big leg drop.
Going for the cover, hook in the leg. Kick out from Rhea Ripley, but momentum with the champions. If you think The Rock is tough now, you should have seen him when he was 11.
Shut up!
Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And during the break, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan did a great job of isolating and dominating Naomi, trying to get back into it.
I think if you're Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, understand you came so close to becoming women's tag team champions just 24 hours ago. That pain is fresh in your soul. That's why we're seeing that extra aggressiveness from Rhea Ripley and Morgan.
Naomi rocked Ripley. Naomi desperately in need of a tag.
She is in the wrong corner. She's got to move and get going. Got to recover fast.
Naomi a long ways away from the corner, but to your point, Jimmy, she's got to pick up the pace now if she wants to be able to tag in the boss.
Rhea Ripley trying to do the same thing. Liv Morgan is legal, but so is Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, knee to the jaw of Morgan.
Beautiful hand scissor takedown by Sasha Banks, and the boss is feeling it.
Absolutely rolling. That.
Look at the meteor from the top rope connecting on Liv Morgan. She said, I want the challengers. We want the challengers to step up. We want to take these women's tag team titles to a new level.
Beautiful, more creative roll-up, shoulders down. Kick out from Sasha Banks.
Morgan out of the way, roll up.
Ooh, step up Enziguri rocks Sasha Banks.
Right to the ear, but right now no one on the apron, no tag to make. Rhea Ripley just made it up in time to take the tag. A fresh Rhea Ripley teaming up with Liv Morgan. This might be it. Has her down 1, 2.
Oh boy, was that close.
Banks barely able to escape after what could best be described as an alley-oop into a powerbomb. Tremendous double team maneuver by Ripley and Morgan.
And there's more.
This time, nobody home, just dropping Liv Morgan right on her back.
Naomi taking care of Ripley.
Now Naomi on the apron. There's the tag from Sasha Banks. Naomi, the legal competitor. Now some tandem offense from the champs.
Liv Morgan stuck 2-on-1.
This is how they won the tag team titles last night.
Shoulders down, cover, a win for the champs.
Here we go, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Naomi and Sasha Banks.
It was all about communication, a little miscommunication between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan on that last maneuver.
All about how you respond 24 hours after winning the Women's Tag Team Championship, and Sasha Banks and Naomi certainly proving they are game to hold on to those titles.
I just hope for Naomi's sake, Sasha Banks feels like staying in a tag team this time.
Always got shade for Sasha boy.
So far, they're experiencing success, everything going right.
Not shade when it's history, Saxton. Hurry up. The frustration on the face of Rhea Ripley, understandably so.
That's 2 nights of frustration, Corey.
Disappointing finish, and Liv Morgan can't believe it.
Rhea Ripley hasn't exactly had great luck with tag team partners.
Well, someone who didn't have great luck at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens.
Locking eyes briefly with Rhea Ripley while his KO show didn't quite work out. How will he react to his Stone Cold Stunner on Monday?
死火燃烧，熊熊光向我环绕。
KO in the ring. All right. I may have made a mistake. On Saturday night, in the main event of WrestleMania, when I had Stone Cold Steve Austin as my guest on the Kevin Owens show, I unveiled my plan to trick him into one last match, and, well, I think I underestimated Steve a little bit because I'll admit it, the Texas Rattlesnake is still great. You have to be great to beat one of the greatest superstars in the history of WWE, in Kevin Owens. Oh, you can boo all you want. That is the truth. I am one of the greatest to ever step foot in this ring. And when I tricked Steve in having his first match in 19 years, the truth is, I think I tricked myself a little bit too, because I went into that match with a pretty bad back injury, okay? No, I'm not lying. Watch the footage. Watch the way I walk down the ramp. Okay, you can't tell from my face because I'm as tough as they come, but I'm limping. You can tell. Because what happened is I was in the gym the day before. I was lifting weight, a lot of weight, and I hurt myself. The truth is, I probably should have just gone home. I shouldn't have even been there. But I knew the WWE Universe needed me to deliver them a great WrestleMania main event. So I sacrificed my health. I put myself at risk for all of you. And that means that as great as that was for Steve, that win should come with a clarification in the record books that it was obtained over someone that was nowhere near 100%. In fact, it should be stricken from the record altogether, because if I was at...
Hey, good.
I know who this is.
Oh, you do?
He may look a little familiar. He may look like a person you recognize from the past, but it's not him.
Hey, wait.
It's just
Hold on.
similar features. Is that Elias? No, it's absolutely not.
Like it's me.
To the untrained eye, perhaps, maybe a little bit, but it's not.
I don't know,
I
Corey.
spoke to this guy earlier. We're talking about Elias. Elias? Is that you? What the hell are you doing? Where the hell have you been? You know what? In fact, the only question you need to answer is, who the hell do you think you are interrupting me? This is my time.
I am not Elias. I am Elias's younger brother.
What? Told you.
The name is Ezekiel.
What? Wait, what did you just say? You're not Elias, you're Ezekiel. No. I recognize those eyes. You're Elias. Okay?
I am Elias's younger brother, Ezekiel.
Yeah. You know what? I know I got beer in my eyes on Saturday, but I must have gotten beer in my ears, because I could swear you keep saying your name is... It doesn't matter, but you're Elias. You're Elias. So stop the BS. Stop lying. I hate liars. Okay?
Oh.
No, I don't. You know what? That's a lie. I never liked you, and now I like you even less. So, Elias, Eric, Enrique, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, the only thing that matters is that you know that I'm telling you the truth right here, right now, when I say you have about 10 seconds to get the hell out of my ring, or else. 1.
get the WrestleMania moment he wanted, but someone who did last year is our own.
Congratulations to Bad Bunny, the winner for Best Musica Urbana Album at the Grammy Awards last night. A proud member of the WWE family. Guys, I got a great idea. Maybe Bad Bunny can collaborate with Ezekiel's brother. That could be spectacular. Must be really tired.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Rey Mysterio from San Diego, California, summoning Mysterio!
A bit of a bittersweet WrestleMania for the Mysterios, losing to The Miz and Logan Paul. We'll get to that later, but right now, Dominic Mysterio looking for revenge, going one-on-one with The Miz next, live on Raw.
Your home internet is going ultra. Introducing Verizon 5G.
At WrestleMania alongside Logan Paul.
Yeah, alongside Logan Paul, who we thought The Miz was friends with, who we thought The Miz respected, but apparently after the victory, The Miz figured he didn't need Logan Paul anymore. He turned his back on him.
You know what, Byron? I had so much fun watching Miz and Logan Paul this past Saturday at WrestleMania. Let's relive it again, shall we?
This match between the Mysterios, The Miz, and Logan Paul boils down to one thing: WrestleMania experience.
But when that bell rings, Logan Paul is going to have to hold his own.
Logan Paul with the three amigos. The disrespect continues. Logan! How could you?
The Miz only truly cares about The Miz.
The opportunist, The Miz, strikes again.
We saw both sides of The Miz: an incredible competitor, an incredible athlete, and a treacherous snake you can't turn your back
I'm
on.
not defending Logan Paul, but was Miz's ego so starved, so in need to be fed that he had to turn on Logan Paul?
Miz simply got smart to this situation. Logan Paul was trying to use Miz to get the rub. Logan Paul wanted to share some of Miz's spotlight. And Miz doesn't share the spotlight. Unless you're his beautiful wife or children.
Why train the guy? Why help him out then?
It was an act of altruism. Yeah, look at the
Crushing finale!
Is looking to end this quickly.
Shoulders down already! And that's it!
all he does is win.
Here's your winner, The Miz! Can't argue with the momentum of The Miz.
WrestleMania Saturday, 48 hours later, Monday Night Raw, The Miz victorious again at the expense of the Mysterios. Guys, look who's here!
Finally!
We have waited months! Veer Mahan!
The lion has been unleashed on Monday Night Raw.
Miz fired up, making his way to the ring.
What are the intentions of Veer Mahan?
Miz not going to hang around to find out.
That's a smart move, actually, by The Miz.
And now the Mysterios alone against Veer Mahan.
The intensity etched on the face of Veer Mahan.
Hey, Mysterios. Taking it to Veer. Oh, fail.
Thunderous clothesline from Veer Mahan.
it's
Takes
not
out
done.
Rey Mysterio.
Putting Rey Mysterio right through the canvas.
Nearly trotting Mysterio through the ring.
Now back to a helpless Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic just competed in a matchup and now being mauled by Veer Mahan.
Oh, has him in a cervical clutch right here. Cranking on the neck and the spine.
Dominic Mysterio in agony right now.
He's tapping out, but there's no referee in the ring.
It's not a match. This is an assault.
Crazed look in the eyes of this Veer Mahan.
Veer made the WWE Universe wait for months and months for his arrival, but Veer Mahan did not waste a moment making an impact on Monday Night Raw.
Wiping out the Mysterio.
Mysterio single-handedly.
Agony in the eyes of Dominic Mysterio.
Veer Mahan has your attention now.
Well, still to come tonight, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, the head of the table, makes his triumphant return to Raw tonight.
What an achievement from the Tribal Chief at WrestleMania. And what a successful WrestleMania it was. 2 nights of surprises.
No, Byron, 2 stupendous nights of WrestleMania. The entire entertainment world still buzzing in the aftermath of WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday, truly living up to the hype as the biggest event in live entertainment. Never a dull moment.
Over 155,000 members of the WWE Universe over 2 nights, filling AT&T Stadium. It was 2 nights, 2 stupendous nights we will never forget.
It's hard to pick a favorite moment. It's filled with historic wins, crushing defeats, and Roman Reigns reigning supreme over Brock Lesnar in the biggest main event in WrestleMania history.
Doesn't get any more historic than that accomplishment on the Tribal
Oh,
Chief.
it comes close, Byron. It comes damn close.
Here we go, boys! The new Raw Women's Champion! Sounds good, right?
We're talking about WrestleMania moments. Her win over Becky Lynch has to be near the top for so many fans skipping her way to the
It
ring.
was by far one of the most incredible matches I've ever seen at WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
The EST overcoming a tumultuous year, setbacks, barriers, but yet proving that her determination would be undeterred, and in doing so, toppling big-time Bex on the grandest stage to become your new Raw Women's Champion.
Well, we'll hear from the new Raw Women's Champion next on Raw. After an epic WrestleMania performance, who would you rather be than the EST?
Bianca Belair has earned the right to call herself the new Raw Women's Champion.
They hear me roar, and now I see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all.
Title looks good with her, doesn't it, Jimmy?
Matches those glasses.
You know, I want to thank y'all, all of y'all, for never giving. And I will never ever take for granted where I am, because I learned that just like that, it could all be taken away from me. And that hurts. But you know what? I didn't cheat, and I didn't injure my opponent to get back to the top. No, I went through hell and back, all the way from SummerSlam to Saturday at WrestleMania. You know, Becky said that I try to take everything from her, but I think that WrestleMania proved that she tried to take everything from me. I mean, she poked and poked and poked at me. She came from my throat. She came from my hair. She even came from my eye. And even with one eye, I caught everything that Becky Lynch threw my way. Even with one eye, I fought all the way to the end. And even with one eye, I am standing right here in front of you tonight. And you know what? I overcame all of that because you guys deserve better than Becky Lynch for your champion, so I became better. And I'm gonna be the absolute best champion that I can be. Because not only do I know what it feels like to be at the top, but I know how hard it is to stay at the top. And not only do I know what it feels like to have this title, I know what it feels like to lose this title and have it snatched away from me. And now that I have it, I never want to let it go ever again. So I am willing and ready to face and fight every single woman back there. Because I tell you this much, no woman is prepared to do what it takes to take this title away from me. Because after Saturday, oh, I'm different. I am better. So now that Becky doesn't have to defend this title, maybe she can take this downtime and really find out who she is without this championship. Because I know exactly who I am, and who I am is the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, the best, the ENT of WWE, and your new Raw Women's Champion.
And more appreciative, Bianca Belair. And the celebration is on for the new Raw Women's Champion. Bianca understanding it's one thing to win that championship, but to keep it, Bianca Belair is going to have to be better each and every night.
Well, coming up next, a battle for the NXT Championship. In order to retain, Dolph Ziggler has to defeat a beast in Braun Breaker.
In the wake of NXT Stand and Deliver, you have to acknowledge the fact that Dolph Ziggler earned the win over Braun Breaker.
Well, that's the question. He defended it rather controversially this time around, but he has to face Braun Breaker again if he wants to retain the NXT Championship. Goes through Monday Night Raw tonight, and for Dolph Ziggler, that means defeating the man he defeated and Stand and Deliver, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker making the best of his second opportunity. We'll find out next, live on Raw.
The most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in history. Brought the biggest WrestleMania matchup.
2 nights at AT&T Stadium. They have been everywhere. It has been unbelievable. The energy in this city over the weekend.
Without question, don't forget the WWE Hall of Fame, NXT Stand and Deliver, of course, where Dolph Ziggler would retain, some say shockingly, the NXT Championship.
Some would say underhandedly as well.
Even in defeat, this man was so impressive. WWE officials feel that he deserves another crack at it. This upstart from NXT 2.0, Braun Breaker, has been a force on Tuesday nights right here on USA Network, a former NXT champion in his own right.
This Braun Breaker only knows one move, that is full speed, full intensity, just raw, explosive style that Braun Breaker possesses makes him fun to watch.
Braun Breaker, the son of newly minted WWE Hall of Famer Rick Steiner, the dog-faced gremlin, of course, the nephew of Scott. What Braun lacks in experience, he more than compensates for in explosiveness and raw power.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Braun Breaker. And his opponents, accompanied to the ring by Robert Roode, weighing in at 218 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Dolph Ziggler!
Dolph Ziggler has relished his role as the one who has turned the NXT Championship picture on its head.
The smile from Braun Breaker.
What are you gonna do? Laugh it off!
Ziggler trying to get under the skin of Breaker.
I don't think it's working.
Before the opening bell. I think you're right, Byron. Breaker looks incredibly focused, not looking to make the same mistakes that were made this past Saturday and stand and deliver.
Here's the thing, this is only all Braun Breaker wasting no time mowing Ziggler into the corner. I was gonna say, this is only Breaker's second time competing on Raw.
Now
Biting the top of the head.
mauling the face of Braun Breaker. We've got Robert Roode on the outside, shouting insults to Breaker while he's down.
Nice slick. Breaker one step ahead of the NXT.
Right out of the air.
Quick! Breaker responded.
That wasn't quick, Saxton. That was sudden.
Not intimidated by the stage in any fashion is Braun Breaker. Take another look.
Ziggler wanted a leapfrog, and Breaker just plucked Dolph out of thin air and nearly put him through the mat.
Breaker catching Ziggler now.
Well, it's obvious.
Mid-air.
Braun Breaker learned from this Saturday.
Oh!
Breaker learned from experience what he needs to do differently, and Braun has been very impressive and been able to answer Dolph much better tonight.
He's caught every trick. He's been ready for every attack. This is a very focused, very intelligent Braun Breaker tonight.
Well, to your point, Jimmy, Braun Breaker, as intense as he is, he does have a reputation for being such a student of the game, going back to the drawing board, correcting his mistakes, and coming out better.
There's the disappointment of coming up short and standing a little. Oh, fueling him now, but great move by Dolph Ziggler. It's going to take moves like that to get Dolph back in this match.
Ziggler up high. Dropkick sends Breaker all the way to the outside. The NXT champion in control.
Hear the devil calling.
We haven't had a solid meal in 4 days.
I don't know what we're gonna do here.
We're gonna run into some serious trouble.
Hear the devil calling. Gotta pay him what he's due. I can't stop.
Hell yeah. We're eating, man.
I can't stop.
Get him.
This works.
Monday.
Robert Roode.
That's how you get rid of the Robert Roode problem.
Little preemptive strike there.
Well, that's exactly what we just witnessed, a preemptive strike by the challenger, Braun Breaker, but to his own detriment, Ziggler now taking advantage.
Took his eye off the ball and it might cost him. Shoulders down to retain. Near fall for Dolph Ziggler. It's going to be hard. In time, and Dolph cannot believe it.
Disbelief on the face of the NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler, who, in an almost identical sequence of events from this past Saturday, almost defeated Braun once again.
Now, Ziggler incensed, determined to put Braun Breaker away.
The first one didn't do the trick, but this one sure will.
Lining him up for the super
Nearly cut Dolph in half.
Folded him like a piece of paper.
I think things are about to go from bad to worse for the NXT champion.
You are correct, sir.
With ease. To the cover. 1, 2, 3. We do have a champion. Here's your winner. And the new NXT champion, Braun Breaker.
I said the Raw after WrestleMania tends to have a few special, unexpected moments, magical moments, if you will. And tonight, Braun Breaker capitalizing on his second chance to once again become NXT champion.
This is where we thought it all came to a screeching halt. Super kick, just like Saturday, just like Stand and Deliver. But tonight, the results would be different. Dolph went to the well one more time, but was speared out of his boots by Braun Breaker. Let's take another look.
That is a sick and nasty spear delivered by Braun Breaker, and this just made it worse. This is a moment Braun Breaker
is crazy. Pick up Stuff Crazy